I can't do any work.
Type 1
Hello everybody, and a big warm welcome to tonight's DigiTalks. We're really looking forward to seeing lots of people discussing diabetes technology, hearing some of the technology resources that are out there, and hearing from you in the community to find out what's on your mind, what you'd like some answers to questions for. And we're going to be featuring some wonderful technology from mylife Diabetes tonight. So yeah, without further ado, we have some welcome slides to show you. So mylife are here joining us to share their community stories. So young people talking about using their tech. We've got a wonderful panel of young people. We've got a very special young person story to start off with tonight as well. We're going to hear a little bit more information about their tech. So introduce yourself in the chat box. What are you looking for and what you want to hear about tonight with us? We would love to hear from you. So please do use the chat box to talk to us. If you're tuning in now from social media, from Instagram, from X, or from Facebook, then please do join us on the live feed. You can watch from there, but also if you want to comment, come and join us at digibeat.org/digitalks, and you can find a link from the website as well. So the DigiTalk series covers everything, all the different types of tech that is on offer with the NHS. So we have mylife today, but we also feature other resources as well, from Dexcom, from Abbott, from Medtronic, Minimed, and so yeah, we're looking forward to kicking off this year's series, the very first one of the year actually, with our partners at mylife. So we want a big thank you to our tech partners, as we've mentioned, yeah, today we're featuring some really wonderful stories And if you're tuning in after this event for any time and you're rewatching, then do get in contact with us if you've got any questions for the team at mylife or for us around tech resources that we're creating, or through the DigiBeat app. So you can see the mylife page actually on DigiBeat, and there's a QR code here for you to have a look at if you're joining on a computer at the moment, or if you just go to digibeat.org, you can look at the technology pages and find mylife on there. And again, some of these stories will be featuring on there, and also all the benefits of the system. So you're going to hear about My Diabetes Care. We're going to have some wonderful community panel chats. We'll also talk a little bit about some resources from DigiBeat and also our other charity partners, Breakthrough and Diabetes UK, who we work in really close partnership with through the Together Type 1 programme and the Breakthrough T1D to support the whole community in all aspects of diabetes type 1 management. So here are some of the ambassadors you're going to see here from today. So we've got Harry joining us. We've got Deborah, Jack, and we're going to kick off with a story from Emmy. Just a little bit, just to say our DigiTalk values. So if you're using the chat today, just please remember to have fun, be kind, be respectful, be inclusive, respect everyone's privacy, and be responsible, obviously. And these are just our kind of child-friendly values to make sure that we're making the most out of our community event. So how could you get involved? We would love to hear from you. We'd love to chat to you. You can hear from you via social media. You can also get in touch with us at hello@digibeat.org or app@digibeat.org. And if you'd like to feature on one of the DigiTalks, please do get in touch. If you've got some ideas about what we should be talking about as well around diabetes, we always do have some really interesting conversations around technology, schools later on in the year as well feature. But if you've got some other ideas, transition care, etc., do get in touch and we'd love to hear from you. So you can find out more information on DigiBeat on our website, on our app. You can email us, as I've already mentioned, and there's the addresses there for you. So we have a survey, a technology survey, which has been going around for a little while. We're always interested in collecting just that little bit more information on what CGMs your children are using. If there's anything you'd like to say about any features and things that you would like in the future, but not just that, kind of how you're managing your diabetes. If you're happy to take part of the survey, then please take the QR code there, and it will explain all how it's used to support kind of feedback with the industry partners. So yes, I am going to now introduce to you one of the most loveliest young girls, Emmy, who's going to talk to you a little bit about her life, or my life, with diabetes care.
Well, I think you automatically think, how is she going to live this way? I can't understand how she's ever going to go to parties. How is she ever going to be by herself? So when she first diagnosed, the consultant was very clear on trying to get her on some form of insulin pump. That was massively labour intensive, that was a lot of micromanaging because we're DIYing it, so we had to keep changing everything possibly daily. So mylife Loop enables Emmy to live life uninterrupted. The app's easy. It's easy for her to notice and manage herself as well. So Emmy is high energy, she's super active and she's unpredictable, but the algorithm can definitely keep up with her. So every time we go to the consultants now, he doesn't have to make that many tweaks because she's managing well. So now we can focus on Emmy as a whole rather than her type 1 diabetes. She will be no different to any other child out in the playground, out at the park, at a party. I just want Emmy to flourish. I want Emmy to live the best life. She loves life, is what I would say. I think she generally feels free to be whoever she wants to be.
And that is really what it's all about, isn't it? Living your best and free life. So I think it's really, really wonderful that we're able to see that from Emmy. Just to kind of understand the story and where it all comes from. So I think now we're going to hear a little bit from mylife team. So I think we'll introduce that. Just a big thank you to Emmy for all that you are able to contribute there, and for being such a brave young person, telling your story and really just living life to the full. So thanks very much. So we're ready to hear our...
Thank you for inviting us today, DigiBeat. We really appreciate it. Welcome to our overview of the mylife Loop system, a hybrid closed-loop system that runs from your smartphone, powered by CAM, APS, FX. For hybrid closed-loop therapy, you need 3 components: a continuous glucose monitoring sensor, a pump, and an algorithm. So what are the components of mylife Loop? mylife Loop offers a choice of 2 CGM sensors, the Freestyle Libre 3 system or Dexcom G6. Both sensors allow the blood glucose values to be sent via Bluetooth to the smartphone. In the future, there will also be the connection to Dexcom G7. The smartphone holds the algorithm. Our Loop system is powered by mylife CAM APS FX, offering personalised and adaptive automated insulin delivery. And finally, you have the mylife IPSA pump, a small, simple and intuitive insulin pump. Let's have a closer look at the actual pump. The pump itself is small, lightweight and easy to use. It's all icon based with an intuitive touchscreen, so just like using your mobile phone. It's waterproof for 1 metre for 60 minutes and powered by a single AAA battery. We offer a choice of different infusion sets, some that have a 360 rotation for flexibility and ease of movement. We offer a choice of either soft or steel cannulas in a variety of different tubing lengths. And all of the infusion sets can be changed independently of the cartridge. For the cartridge, we have the option of a pre-filled cartridge or a self-filled reservoir for insulin of choice. So how does mylife Loop work? Well, firstly, you have to set your personalised glucose target. The default for the system is 5.8 minimal. However, this can actually be set anywhere between 4.4 and 11 minimal in 0.1 minimal increments. And you could choose to set different targets for different times of the day if you so wish. Your chosen CGM sensor then sends your glucose data every minute for the Freestyle Libre 3 system or every 5 minutes for the Dexcom G6 to the mylife CAM APS FX app. Based on those glucose readings, the mylife CAM APS FX then adjusts insulin delivery on the insulin pump every 8 to 12 minutes to try and prevent low and high glucose levels, aiming to get you to and then keep you at your personalised glucose target. What are the key benefits of mylife Loop? It's simple. The algorithm only requires the average total daily dose of insulin for the past week and weight in kilos for the setup. It's discreet. You can control the system, deliver your bolus, check your pump status, all from the smartphone. You can keep the pump tucked away until it's time to do a cartridge or infusion set change. The system's suitable for everyone. It's indicated for use from 2 years and over, and it's the only hybrid closed-loop system that is licensed and clinically safe for use in pregnancy. As I've previously mentioned, mylife Loop has the choice of 2 continuous glucose monitoring systems. mylife Loop is adaptive. The algorithm learns and adjusts insulin delivery based on your needs. It considers 3 areas in its learning: your daily insulin requirements, your day-to-day insulin, and what happens to your glucose post-meal. It's programmable. You have the option to use the boost or ease off features to make the algorithm more or less responsive, and we'll go into these in detail in a second. And as I've mentioned, it's got that customizable target, the personalized glucose target that can be set anywhere between 4.4 and 11 minimal. And this is one of the key things that separates the CAM APS FX algorithm from anything else on the market. It offers you the flexibility to have different targets at different times of the day, overnight, or for activities. We've spoken about the personalised glucose target being adaptable to your needs throughout the day, but it can also be used overnight to help with nighttime hypos or dawn phenomenon. You could choose to have a different target from bedtime to waking to give you increased reassurance and hopefully a better night's sleep. And sleep is also a great time to leave the algorithm to work away without your input, and it can offer an easy win to increase time in range and reduced HbA1c. One of the unique features about mylife Loop is the ease off mode, which makes the algorithm more relaxed. This is particularly useful for managing exercise, but can also be used at any time that you would like less insulin on board. Ease off can be activated immediately or pre-programmed in advance. So good if you know that you've got a sports club or a dance class after school. And it can be run for up to 24 hours at a time. Ease off reduces the algorithm's insulin delivery by around 30 to 35%, and it also raises your personal glucose target. It can be turned off at any time, and importantly, it's responsive to your blood glucose, so it won't let you go too high. There is also the boost mode, and this makes the algorithm more responsive, so ideal for use in times of mild illness, times of stress, or during hormonal changes which cause periods of insulin resistance. Boost can be activated immediately or pre-programmed in advance and can run for up to 13 hours at a time. Boost increases the algorithm's insulin delivery by around 30 to 35%. You can turn it off at any time, but there's no need to worry if you forget. Like ease off, it's responsive to your blood glucose, and importantly, it won't send you low. The add meal menu in the app makes parties, trips, sleepovers, and picky eating a little easier to manage. You can select slowly absorbed meals when accurate carb counting feels more challenging, and you can easily log hypo treatments too. Counting carbs and giving pre-meal insulin can be tricky at times, but that's where Meal Assist comes in. When you enter carbohydrates into the bolus calculator and deliver a meal bolus, the algorithm monitors what happens to glucose levels afterwards, and it learns whether the insulin dose was too little, too much, or just about right. Over time, this learning fine-tunes post-meal insulin delivery, helping to support more stable glucose levels while continuing to work alongside your carb entries and personalised settings. Developed at the University of Cambridge, the CAM-APS FX algorithm is considered by many to be the gold standard. Research is really important as it proves that the system works effectively, and it means that it's being put through its pace on a variety of people. Randomised clinical trials over the past 15 years have evidenced that parents spend less time managing their child's diabetes with a closed-loop system. They were less worried about their child's glucose control when using closed-loop, and reported less trouble sleeping while their child was using the system. Alongside this, we've got a reduction in HbA1c and improved time in range. Lastly, I just want to mention our customer service. We know that choosing and starting a new therapy can be a daunting experience. However, we are here to support you throughout your journey. We offer a 24-hour technical helpline, which is manned by an experienced and supportive team. We can offer fast replacements if necessary, and delivery of supplies can be as quick as 48 hours. Our team can also arrange regular follow-up calls to make sure that you're happy, safe, and supported on the mylife Loop system. If you've got any questions, I'm happy to answer.
Well, that was wonderful. Thank you so much, and really great to hear all the amazing features on the mylife system. It really is just sort of gone through such an evolution over the last few years, and some exciting things coming down the road as well. So without further ado, now we've heard a little bit about the system itself, we're going to hear another story from Jack. So over to you, Jack. Thank you.
Any family will tell you that they'll want their children to live a long, happy and healthy life. And of course, when Jack was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes, we wondered whether we were still going to get that. What then followed was a roller coaster of learning new things and trying to get our heads around what our new normal would be. So day-to-day management of diabetes when you're injecting is very hands-on. We thought it was going to be one injection a day. I'll never forget that first cry when we had to give him his first injection. About a year after Jack's diagnosis, we were given different options for pumps, and we were presented with the mylife Loop option. Life since mylife Loop is completely different from life with injections. We know that nights are much more stable, and it's like having someone watching over our son when we can relax. So cosy family movie nights are tiny, beautiful moments that we just cherish so much. And we're just so thankful that we have all the things we need now to make that a reality, and we are enjoying our life, and we're so happy to be living it. Jack's our little superhero, and his diagnosis won't hold him back.
And that's what we all want, isn't it? We want our kids to not be held back, and for the technology to help them live a much more normal, if there is such a thing as a normal life, but a normal life with diabetes, and to minimise some of the distress. So what a lovely video. So we're now going to hear from a panel, and I think we're going to hear Jack again, Jack and Harry this time, who are going to be talking about their experiences. So over to you, Jack and Harry.
Hi, Jack. Hi, Harry. How are you both?
Good. You?
I'm good, thank you. Thank you for joining us here today for our DigiTalks. Super excited to have a chat. So let's make a start. Jack, how old are you, and how long have you been living with type 1 diabetes?
I am 7 and I have been living for type 1 diabetes for 4 years.
4 years. And Harry, how old are you?
I'm 10.
So boys, what hobbies do you like playing or doing?
We like playing like card games and like online games.
Yep. Card games like Split.
Uno.
Uno.
Flip.
And you do it together?
Yes. Very
that's
competitive.
great. Very competitive. That's good to see, isn't it? Who wins, or do you both win at times?
It's probably even.
Even. That's good
But
then, isn't it?
He might win more than me because he is older.
Yeah.
A bit older. What is type 1 diabetes?
I would say it's a condition where the organ that doesn't produce insulin, which is the pancreas, doesn't actually produce insulin, so you have to get insulin pumped through a wire that is connected to the pump.
Yeah. And is that what you have, Jack? Is that what you use to manage your type 1 diabetes? Do you have a pump?
Yeah.
And do you really like it? Does it really help you?
Yeah.
Yeah, brilliant.
But the only thing I don't like about it is that it beeps a lot.
The beeping on the machines at times.
Beeps when it runs out of battery.
Yeah.
What hypo treatments do you have, Jack?
Can I say like all of them?
Yes.
Yeah, tell me.
Liquid Skittles,
Jelly babies,
Haribo,
Percy Pigs,
Apple
My favourite.
Juice, Lucasade,
Lucasade.
Crisps. Oh,
Yeah, like snacks. So
and snacks.
when you've been low for a long time.
Fantastic. And do you have a place in the house that all your hypo treatments are, so you know where to get them, or Harry knows where to go get them if he needs the help?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, fantastic.
But he has to know because there's like 1 billion.
Just saying that we've got like a
Do
whole
you
shelf.
sometimes share? Do you sometimes share some of your hypo treatments as a treat for Harry?
We share the others, but we don't share Lucozade. I
No,
don't
don't
Not
share.
the Lucozade.
When he has a sweet, I get a sweet.
Yeah.
That's lovely, isn't it? So, what technology are you using, Jack, to manage your diabetes?
I'm using the Exo pump and
And
the
the Dexcom. And what does the Dexcom do? What does that tell you?
it gives me my readings.
And what does your pump do?
It
Why is it
gives
insulin?
me
Why
insulin.
is it?
Where do you normally wear your pump?
I wear it above my waist, or
Below your waist.
below my waist.
Yeah, fantastic. And just sometimes move it to different locations, sometimes different places.
Yeah, left to the
Yeah.
right, left to the right.
Yeah.
So you rotate the sites. Fantastic. Well done, Jack. So what do you like about your pump and your CGM, Jack?
I like it because it does stay me alive, and I've had it for 4 years, and I'll be really sad if it gets water on it for a long time.
Yeah. It's also a good size, so like when he's sleeping, it won't like disturb him because it's really big.
Yeah, so it's a good size, isn't it? And if you did have any problems, Jack, you could contact the mylife Diabetescare team, couldn't you? And they could help you, or your mum could ring them, and they could help you if you had any technology problems, couldn't they? So that's great, isn't it? Do you talk to your friends and your teachers at school, Jack, about your diabetes?
Sometimes.
And what would you talk to them about? And how do they help you in school?
We talk about if I'm going low, if we should have 1 or 2 Skittles, depending on the numbers.
Yeah.
And they help me for comfort.
That's great, isn't it? So you've got people who can look after you and keep you
Yeah.
safe. And how do you help Jack, Harry? How do you help him with his diabetes?
Well, like the teachers, I comfort him because there's been many nights where my dad and is tucking in Jack before bed, and he's low, so he has to stay. And then I hear them sometimes. I just come into his room, comfort him, wait for him to go a bit higher so he can go to sleep.
How do you know when I'm low?
Like in here. Good beeping.
Oh yeah, I forgot you had it.
So you can hear the phone beeping,
Yeah.
and then you can then help Jack, and you can comfort him or get him some hypo treatments, things like that.
Yeah.
Fantastic. That's great, isn't it? A really supportive brother there, Jack.
I'm really lucky to have him.
Oh, bless you. So, Jack, what advice would you give to another person who's living with type 1 diabetes? What would you say to them?
Carry on, don't give up.
Don't give up. Yeah, yeah. Because it is hard sometimes, isn't it? That, it's always there, isn't it? But we do our best, and that's all we can do. And I think you, Jack, are a super warrior. And I think tonight people watching will be taking lots of positiveness from what you're talking about. So well done, Jack, and well done to you, Harry, for being a supportive brother. All right, buddy. So I reckon, guys, to finish, what questions do you have for me? So you can be the host now. What questions do you want to ask me?
What's it like having diabetes as an adult?
Oh, good question. Good question. So I was diagnosed at 17, so a lot older. So, it's always hard whatever age you have type 1 diabetes, But yeah, it's a bit tricky at times. And, I was 17 going to university, so I had to adapt things. And I was on my own when I moved away. So, it was a bit tricky. But now I live at home with my wife and my 2 children. So, they're always there helping me, just like Harry is, and your mum and dad are helping you, So you're never alone, Jack. You've always got someone who can help.
I have a question. Yeah. So you said you were diagnosed with diabetes before you went to uni. What was it like going into uni with diabetes?
Yeah, it was tricky. And to be honest, I didn't really talk to many people, Harry. I didn't really tell many people. And what my advice would be is to tell people, talk to people, so then they help you. I only told a couple of people, so I think it's important to talk and share, and then people can help you then. So that's my sort of top tip, I would say, is talking to people.
What hypo treatments do you normally use?
So I like you, Jack. I like Skittles, or I like the Haribo sweets.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
I used to have Jelly Babies, but I don't have them as often.
Yeah. I don't.
Or
Yeah, it's not that good anymore.
or sometimes I like juice as well. So whether it's orange juice or apple juice or something like that. So if I don't want to eat it, if I don't want to munch the hypo treatment, I can have a drink. Well, boys, thank you so much for coming on today and talking to me. You've both been absolutely amazing. You're both fantastic young people, and thank you for joining me today.
Thank you.
Harry and Jack, and isn't it really nice when the younger ones get to talk to the adults living with type 1 as well, and ask the questions that they might want to ask, and actually have some good interaction and see and normalize diabetes, because seeing other adults and other older young people living with diabetes, it does show that it's absolutely perfectly normal and you can have a lovely life. So well done to all of you on that call, and thank you so much, Harry and Jack, for coming on and sharing what was a really touching moment with you two as brothers, and a very big well done to Harry for being a fantastic big brother, because that is not easy when lots of attention as well is going on to your little brother. We live with that sort of stuff in our house, so yeah, well done. So great. So we're getting a few nice questions coming through now. Some people asking about school. Should we be talking more about diabetes in school? And absolutely we should, because there's a real need for educating about type 1 and type 2 diabetes in school as well. So we do have a schools package. So if anybody is interested, diabetesinsschools.org is great for training teachers, but also there's resources on the outside as well. And you'll find even more school resources on digibeat.org on our schools pages too. And so just to say, the Diabetes in Schools training is in partnership with Diabetes UK and Breakthrough T1D. So we're all trying to come together and solve these big problems, and support everybody within the community. So I think we've got another lovely chat now with a mum called Deborah, who's going to share her lived experience. So over to you, Deborah.
It's been a great evening so far, and it was lovely to hear from Harry and Jack earlier. And now I'm delighted to introduce you to their wonderful mum. Hello, Deborah.
Hi, Michelle.
Deborah, now just to briefly say, so I also have a young daughter who has type 1 diabetes, and obviously we've just met your wonderful son Jack this evening and his wonderful brother Harry. Can you tell us a little bit more about your connection to diabetes, which obviously we've heard a little bit about, but yeah, if you could go a little bit more detail.
Yes, so as you say, Michelle, two lovely children, Harry and Jack. Jack was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes when he was just turned 3 years old. So that was about 4 years ago now.
Can you tell us a little bit more about that diagnosis and the journey?
Jack was 3 years old when he was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes. We had no prior knowledge about the conditions, so the telltale signs were quite alien to us. He had started to go to the toilet more often. He was wetting the bed, which we thought was just a regression given his age. And there was one morning where he woke up complaining that his ear was hurting. So we thought perhaps he had an ear infection. And so it was actually my mum who took him to the GP because I was working. and I said, he probably needs some antibiotics, but whilst you're there, can you please mention that he's been going to the toilet more often than usual, perhaps he needs some kind of urine test. And so they conducted that urine test and noticed there was sugar in his blood and in his urine, and so suggested that we go to the hospital to get him checked out. And when we got there, his blood sugars were 26. So it was, the writing was on the wall, and obviously thereafter became the very quick education on what was about to be our lives as they are now.
Yeah, I mean, so, you know, do you have like an early memory? I know the first thing that when we, it was just like, I couldn't believe when we walked out, the amount of medication you've sort of walked out the hospital. That was kind of like sort of a memory. Is there any kind of memories that you had when you first, you know, that really struck you?
Yeah. So what struck me at the beginning was obviously how much there was to learn. I think everybody has some kind of understanding of what type 1 diabetes is, if it was the kid at school who had it or someone you knew had it. And so when we got the diagnosis, we thought, okay, 1 or 2 injections a day and we get on with life. But of course, it's not like that. And so the fact that we were met very early on with a counsellor and a psychologist was quite telling of the gravity of what it was like to live with type 1 diabetes. So yeah, the equipment was obviously a big part. And then I think the most disturbing part is the lack of sleep, really. So those first few nights, checking his blood sugars regularly and thinking, how on earth am I going to do this for the rest of my life, and you know, his life as well. So I think that was quite tough.
I was just wondering, you know, sort of after those few months, you know, did you get the support? Was you know, I guess, did you find a little bit more new rhythm, I guess?
Yeah, we were really lucky to have great support. Our hospital are incredibly knowledgeable, supportive, and attentive to the kind of questions that we had and still have. So yeah, I can't fault the fact that we've never ever felt alone in this whole process.
And I think, yeah, I think that's a key thing, isn't it? Just not feeling alone. So yeah, if there's any other families out there, it's yeah, reach out, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Can you tell us about diabetes technology that Jack's using? Obviously, he mentioned it a little bit more, but what made you choose mylife Loop?
Yeah, so Jack was on MDI for about a year before we started to think about pumps and closed loop systems. And so mylife Loop was offered as an option at the time. And what we liked about it was the fact that we could issue insulin remotely, so we didn't have to access the pump. And so the fact that we could give him a very discreet relationship with his diabetes was really important to us. We like the fact that the pump is very small. Certainly at the time, it was one of the lighter versions available. And yeah, it's been great, and we've never looked back since. So many things we like about mylife Loop. We like the fact that, for all intents and purposes, it's very much plug and play. Obviously, we need to let the app know his insulin to carb ratio and his other functions, but things like the automation for basal rate means I haven't got to think about that. And if I ever send him on a play date, all of the insulin to carb ratios are already pre-programmed, so the parent can issue insulin very easily. Yeah. And we're super happy now that we've got access to his app and readings through the Apple phone as well. So it's just basically an extension of the technology we're already using, and it very much feels that way.
How have you, as a family and Jack, found using mylife Loop?
We found using mylife Loop to be super straightforward. Yeah, really happy with it. We like the fact that it just works seamlessly with his phone, our phone. We love the fact that we have full accessibility to his readings, to how much insulin he has on board from our own phones. We can see every time he's had something to eat or he's had hypo treatment. So if and when the school call us, we're armed with that information before we need to start offering any suggestions if blood sugars are out of kilter. So really happy with that. And yeah, it's been a dream compared to life before on injections, and yeah, it's been great.
Yeah. Oh, no, that's really lovely to hear. And I think a lot of families out there will really appreciate, especially if you're new on the journey, just to understand, how does Jack manage his diabetes at school? Now, this is a big one for a lot of families out there, and at home. And then how has the technology helped Jack?
So managing Jack's diabetes at school is pretty straightforward. He has a teaching assistant at this age. So the teaching assistant has his phone, who's watching his blood sugars all the time. Obviously, the alerts are loud enough that she can interject if she needs to. We send Jack in with his own packed lunch with everything carb counted. So it's very easy for them to just enter those details into the phone. At home, we try to give Jack a bit more independence. So he issues his own insulin. We tell him how many carbs to put in the app. He also does his own finger pricks if ever we need to check his blood sugars. So this is all quite new, bearing in mind that he was 3 when he was diagnosed. So particularly as and when we look to give Jack more independence, we always work very closely with the school to help support that journey, because in a few years' time he'll be going to secondary school and he will be very much needing to manage it on his own. So every year we try to think, how can we give him more independence? And so onto your second question about how technology helps us and him, the ease of which he can deliver his own insulin makes a big difference. And the fact that we can access everything that's happening in real time means that if there is any troubleshooting required, we're armed with that information to be able to really help. And I know that is something very unique to mylife Loop that we don't take for granted.
Oh, no, that's wonderful to hear. No, thank you so much for sharing that. What diabetes technology would you love to see developed in the future, and how do you think it would help you and others? So yes, your dream list.
Well, if I can't wish for a working pancreas, then my second wish would be for and I know it's coming, is fully closed loop. So I know that Jack has to guesstimate sometimes how many carbs are in his meal, and to be able to take away some of that thinking for him when he gets older and he's out with his mates and he'll just want to start eating, and he can just tell the pump that he's having a small, medium or large meal, I think will make all the difference. What I know about technology is it should and is taking away some of that thinking burden from the individual and from the carer. And so the more technology can do that in the future, the more our children can just live their lives and not have to think about diabetes in the way that they are right now.
I think that's an amazing, I totally agree with that. It's just taking those, because there are so many decisions to make, as you say, as a carer or as a young person. So no, brilliant. Thank you so much. And I think we're going to go on to our final question, which is, what final piece of advice would you give to other parents, families and children who are living with type 1, or for newly diagnosed families as well that might be watching tonight?
Yeah, for anybody watching this who's new to type 1 diabetes, I see you. I know how tough it is, and I promise you it will get easier. You are never alone on this journey. So find your tribe, whether it's connections through your local community or through the hospital that you're with. There are plenty of people out there who are going through what you're going through, so you shouldn't ever feel alone. And for anybody who has children, think about all the amazing celebrities and athletes out there who are winning at life with the condition. I think that's made a big difference for Jack, knowing that there are people regularly on television with their Dexcoms on show, so that he knows that he's not alone on this journey as well.
Yeah. Oh, that's an amazing way to end. Thank you so much, Deborah, and thank you for letting us sort of get a glimpse into your lives and for meeting Jack and Harry as well. Thank you so much.
Pleasure. Thanks, Michelle.
Bye.
Wow, what a great interview. Thank you, Michelle, and thank you, Deborah, as well, for both for such kind of wise words. And Deborah, I'm totally there with you. It feels so hard at diagnosis, doesn't it? So anybody on this call know that, you know, it does get better. We're 12 years down the line now. 12 years, 11 years. I've just put an extra year on. And it is lovely. It's so rewarding to see them grow up and become such interesting and quite so often scientific human beings in our case, as a result probably of diabetes. So a lovely interview. So thank you both very much. So I think we are now going to hear from a very happy hippo. So take it away, Horto.
Good morning, Horto. The sun's up, the birds are singing. Time to rise and shine.
What a great sleep. Perfect. Let's get this day started.
What have you chosen for breakfast, Horto?
I think I'll have some toast, then an apple to eat on the go. But first, let's bowl us. You bet I want to play football before lunch. Just a sec. And goal!
Way to go, Horto. What are you doing with your pump, Horto?
I can disconnect my pump super easily while I go swimming. It's so cool! That was awesome! All good. Now home in time for dinner. Let's check one last time.
Good night, Horto. Sweet dreams.
Oh, I love that happy hippo. Thank you, Horto, for gracing our screens tonight. So we're going to just hear a little bit about some of the technology resources on DigiBeat that we have, and we're going through another load of new resources. Some of you who have been with DigiBeat or had the DigiBeat app for a while will know that we've created quite a lot of resources and that we've redeveloped our app over the last 6 months. So quite a new look and feel. So we'll just see now a few resources that are available. So if you go to the technology page on DigiBeat, you may know families who speak different languages and are trying to manage this really challenging journey. Or you might be a healthcare professional who has patients in your care with different languages. If you go to the Type 1 resources page, you can get lots of resources, both essentials and technology resources in different languages to support those families through this really difficult journey, including a kind of like a really sort of simple guide for technology explaining CGMs and pumps and what they all do. So that's the first thing. So you can also translate our resources on our website into 99 languages using our ReachDeck facility. And if you go to our accessibility page, you'll get some, you'll be able to see how to do that. So that's another thing. There's technology guides. So we've now got a technology guide. We've made the technology guide part of the website now. So you can go on and you can flick through the chapters really easily. This takes you through all the different technology that's available, what it all means. So if you've got grandparents or people at school who might just want to know a little bit more, these pages are really, really useful. There's also some young people and families talking about using CGM and pumps and closed loop, and also some young people doing some wraps and stuff like that with technology and having fun. So that might be a good one to show your kids at home if they haven't seen this tonight. And then finally, I think there's a couple of other things that we'll see. So we have posters and videos that you can watch on how closed loop can improve your quality of life, how to help with failing tech as well. So these are quite good for printing off and giving to schools, some top tips. And also if you need to contact doctors and things. We've got lots of diabetes stories as well on DigiBeat. We've got a whole page dedicated to our video stories. So you can see people with different technologies living a good life with diabetes, and do share that. Those are also available in the app under stories as well, under the age area of the app. And as I mentioned before, the schools and community training platform is there for you to help train school teachers, and we're just developing a community section now for guides and scouts, leaders, to help them. So that's an hour's training so that they can feel empowered to manage young people on extracurricular activities, sports, clubs, etc. So mention the technology survey, but please do take it if you get a chance, and this just helps us to understand what's happening in the world of technology and how you're feeling about technology and what you'd like, how you'd like technology to evolve, and we can share that with our partners as well. So yes, the DigiTalks series is available after tonight. So if you've been watching it and you think, oh, I think it'd be really good to send this link to someone, just go digibeat.org/DigiTalks, and you can watch all of the series again, and you can watch previous episodes as well on the platform. I'd like to just shout out as well to our partners who have great resources too, Breakthrough T1D and Diabetes UK, and of course in your trusted app, if you have got the DigiBeat app, or if you haven't got the DigiBeat app but you've got Diabetescare in anywhere in the UK now, please do contact us. We'll help you get access to a code if you haven't got one, or you can ask your team and they'll be able to provide you with one, and then you'll have access to loads of supportive materials, a free carb counter, and emotional well-being resources, coping with diabetes resources. All those things will all be available to you at your fingertips. So thanks for tuning in tonight to the technology event. It's been wonderful to have you here. We would, just like to really thank all of our guests, Harry, Deborah, Jack, and Emmy, for their fantastic chats with us. We'd also like to thank Deborah and Michelle and Tom. We'd like to thank Emmy, and also do check out the My Diabetescare page on DigiBeat for more information, and all of our other resources as well. So did you find the event useful? Is there anything that you would like to talk about? We would love to hear your thoughts, and any comments you've got, and anything we can do to improve the chat in the future. If you'd like to be involved in the chat, we'd love to hear from you too. And there's an event feedback here. So if you just press the QR code, let us know how you felt the event went, and how we can get you involved if you'd like to. Otherwise, please do remember you can visit our website, use the search button. You can find so much there. Use the app. The DigiBeat app has got resources that are specific for your child's age and you as parents. And we've also got lots of resources on cooking, carb counting, free carb counter, as I've mentioned, free psychological support in there as well, coping with diabetes, lovely exercises, lovely experiences about feeling alone, or to support people with feelings of isolation and burnout. Lots of information on the news and events as well. So we've got a button on there to help you. And please do tune in to the rest of the tech series, where you can hear stories from all of our other partners as well, as you can see on the screen. So big thank you to my wonderful team tonight who have run this event with us, and to mylife Diabetescare, who have been fantastic partners with us. And we look forward to doing lots more events in the future with all of you. Have a lovely evening, and take care.